back to when you were young. A single summer vacation felt like an absolute eternity, stretching on with endless afternoons. Yet today, an entire 12-month year seems to vanish almost instantly. If it feels like the calendar is slipping by in a blur, you aren't imagining things. That acceleration is a predictable mathematical reality. This chart measures time against your total existence. At 10 years old, 1 year is 10% of your life. It feels huge. But watch the chart update. At 50, that same year represents just 2%, shrinking with every birthday. However, the math alone doesn't entirely explain the physical, breathless sensation of time speeding up on us. To understand that, we have to look at how our minds track the days. The brain doesn't keep a stopwatch. Instead, it acts like a camera, measuring time by the new, distinct memories it captures for your mental photo album. So when we say a year went by fast, what we are really saying is that our internal camera recorded very few new snapshots, leaving us to look back at an album that is startlingly empty. Imagine a child picking up a complex toy or a seashell for the very first time. Every texture, curve, and sound is completely foreign. Because they have never encountered this object before, the brain has to capture every single detail to understand it. Biologists refer to this heavy recording process as memory density. This timeline shows the brain's recording process in action. During youth, our neural signals fire rapidly, packing thousands of dense data points into a single afternoon. Reviewing this sheer volume of information tricks the mind, physically stretching out your perception of the day. As we age, that biological machinery naturally slows down. The electrical signals traveling through our complex neural pathways take slightly longer to process the rapidly moving world around us. With a slower processing speed, we physically capture fewer details from our environment. When there is less data for the mind to review, our internal playback of the year runs out much quicker. Think about your daily adult life. You've likely pulled into the office parking lot and realized you have absolutely no memory of the morning drive. This happens because of a neurological process known as chunking. Your brain consumes a tremendous amount of energy, so it constantly looks for ways to save power during highly predictable, repetitive tasks. When you do the exact same thing every day, like answering routine emails, doing the laundry, or commuting to work, your brain recognizes the pattern and tags those events as redundant data. This calendar animation shows how the brain handles that redundancy. Instead of storing Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday as separate memories, it relies on a generic template of a workday, discarding duplicate details. If you maintain a rigid routine, the brain takes entire months of predictable behavior and flattens them down. Conclude that when the brain combines slower neural processing with the active deletion of repetitive routines, entire seasons of our lives are compressed into a single blurry instant. Today, the modern digital landscape adds another layer of compression. High-speed feeds and constant connectivity continually fragment our attention into small, disconnected bursts. This leads to a broken version of what researchers call the holiday paradox. Usually, a busy vacation feels fast in the moment, but because your brain records so many unique sights, that 1 week feels long when you look back on it. Digital scrolling does the opposite. It still flies by in the moment, but because the content is repetitive and low value, it leaves behind zero memory markers. It feels fast while you're doing it, and even shorter once you stop. By filling every quiet minute with a screen, we remove the natural gaps of boredom that historically gave our minds the breathing room to pace our perception of reality. Fortunately, we can manually override the brain's efficiency protocols. The first strategy is to actively seek out newness. By breaking your habits and forcing yourself down an unfamiliar path, whether taking a different route home, cooking a new meal, or learning a skill, you force your brain's camera can't record again. The second strategy is active reflection. Simply taking a few minutes to write in a journal or talk about your day with a friend forces the mind to unpack and store memories it would normally throw away. We cannot reverse our ticking biological clocks, but by intentionally injecting novelty and reflection into our routines, we can build a thicker mental photo album and successfully stretch out the